Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about AMC Entertainment. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're going to be talking about AMC stock. And I want people to know before I start the video, everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. But today I want to talk about AMC stock, currently sitting at $9.90. Do I think AMC stock is going to go through a short squeeze? Do I think AMC stock is going to hit its all-time highs and go through the short squeeze once again? I hope to answer all those questions for you guys by the end of the video. So let's really analyze AMC stock. What's kind of been going on with the stock itself? As you guys can see today, AMC stock is down about 3%. And a lot of people holding the stock are kind of getting, pessimistic about the overall stock. Is the stock going to go through a short squeeze? I've been holding AMC stock now for a couple of months, and I'm kind of getting impatient about the overall stock. And I do want people to know that, yes, AMC does have the potential to hit a short squeeze. A lot of its shares are being shorted, so it just has to be put in the right circumstance for AMC to actually be able to go through a short squeeze. And what do I mean by this? So if you guys have taken a look about it a couple of months ago, if we look at the 3-month chart together, here we could definitely see this huge spike up. And during this spike up, a lot of people did probably start new positions on AMC Entertainment. A lot of people thinking that AMC Entertainment is going to go bankrupt as a company. But if it wasn't due to the brokerages actually limiting the trading of the stocks, I believe that AMC stock definitely could have gone a lot higher. For me, I do think that if AMC stock actually does go through a short squeeze, I do think that the stock does have the potential to hit well over $100. And the reason I say this is because you guys have to understand that when these basically shares are being shorted, people have to be covering millions and millions of shares at a single time. So this is enough to drive the stock price up to crazy amounts. And if you guys have seen anything about AMC and GameStop and stocks that are heavily shorted, they're very, very explosive. And what do I mean by this? I mean that these stocks can gain 20, 30, 40% in a single day, basically off a little bit of good news. Obviously, AMC stock has not been doing well. A couple of months ago, it did hit around the $15, $16 mark, and it has kind of been sinking ever since. Like I said, a lot of people holding the stock have kind of been getting really impatient with AMC stock, but I do overall think that AMC as an overall company is a very good company in itself if people are holding the stock, but I know a lot of people are holding it due to the fact of a short squeeze. I know people are waiting for this massive rally, but I do want people to understand as well that when it comes to a short squeeze, that the short squeeze can happen at any moment. And I do want people to understand that, when it comes to GameStop in itself, people were talking about GameStop short squeeze for a very long time before it actually happened. Now, I know that, like I said, I know that people are definitely getting impatient, but if you're holding AMC stock due to the overall short squeeze alone, sometimes it's very hard to predict when the short squeeze is actually going to happen. Like I said, AMC has to definitely be put in a specific circumstance or at a specific price target for the stock to actually be able to rally in itself. So when AMC did hit the $20 mark a couple of months ago, like I said, around $20, I know that a lot of people did start new short positions on AMC stock. And the reason I said this is because, people have always been not really too bullish about AMC. AMC was very close to bankruptcy until it was able to save itself from bankruptcy by taking on a lot of debt. We do have AMC selling a lot more shares, but even Jim Cramer himself saying that AMC selling some of its shares is a very good idea in the long term. This is a very good way for companies to be able to gain capital and to kind of be able to stay afloat, to continue to expand. If you guys don't know the story of AMC, AMC lost $4.59 billion in the year of 2020. Obviously, a business that's been heavily affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. So, especially for AMC being a very brick and mortar company, very close proximity spaces have really taken a toll on AMC as a company. So the company did not really do too well, but now that movie theaters have reopened back up, box offices in California and New York, which are two of the biggest movie theater homes for AMC as a company, have now reopened up, and 99% of movie theaters have now reopened up. It's looking very bright for AMC as an overall company, and people are expecting Q1 and Q2 earnings for AMC to be very, very good. And I do want people to understand, if they are holding the stock for a short squeeze, it has to be put in a very specific circumstance for AMC to actually be able to go through a short squeeze. And for me, like I said, if AMC is able to go through a short squeeze, I know that the price target is going to be very, very high. Like I said, millions and millions of basically stock have to be covered at a specific time in a single amount of time so people do not lose money on their short positions. So this is definitely going to drive the price target up. Like I said, if AMC does squeeze, I do think the price target is going to go well over $100. But for me specifically, I don't think AMC is a very bad investment at $9.90. I think the stock has a lot of upside potential. A lot of people did neglect AMC Entertainment and other entertainment stocks when it came to the pandemic because their recovery did look very grim. Obviously, we didn't know when we were getting a vaccine. Everything was shut down. A lot of businesses were suffering. But now that we look at it, things have slowly started to recover. Kong versus Godzilla is going to be very good for AMC as a company. It's a very big box office debut, and people think that it's definitely going to help boost its earnings. And like I said, if you're holding AMC for the short squeeze, that's good. If you guys think that the stock is going to squeeze in itself, I do think that AMC stock is eventually going to squeeze. But if you're holding it for that sole purpose, you just have to be able to be patient when it comes to the overall investment. There's no given time to tell when AMC is actually going to be able to go through a short squeeze. But if we take a look at it from the bigger perspective, AMC as an overall company is not really doing too bad. A lot of people are looking out for AMC. It's gotten a couple of analyst upgrades. A lot of people are definitely bullish on AMC. But like I said, if AMC is going to be able to go through a short squeeze, it just has to be hit a specific price target. I think around $15 to $17 is definitely going to start the uptrend for a stock like AMC, and I think that's the price it kind of needs to hit for a lot of the short sellers to begin to panic to be able to start covering their positions. But if AMC does go through a short squeeze, I do think that the stock is going to hit well over $100, and I do think that the stock is eventually going to squeeze, although it's not really possible to put a time frame on that. It's all about being patient and really kind of analyzing the overall stock pattern. AMC as a company has not really been doing too well lately. We definitely did see over the last month that the stock has not really been doing too well, down about 3%. And, the stock kind of just goes up and down. It's kind of trading sideways. This is kind of like a consolidation phase, but I am optimistic that AMC is a very good investment, and I'm also optimistic that AMC is eventually going to go through a short squeeze. And I think when AMC actually does go through a short squeeze, it's going to be a pretty big one. I think it's also going to be very similar to what GameStop experienced, to where people think, okay, I don't think it's possible for AMC to hit $100, but a lot of people didn't really think that it was possible for GameStop to hit $458 a share either. So it's really hard to gauge and tell what AMC is actually going to go to when it actually does go through a squeeze. But for me personally, I do think that AMC stock is eventually going to go through a short squeeze, and when it does, I do think that it's going to hit well over $100. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comments section below, guys, what you think of AMC stock. Do you guys think AMC stock is eventually going to go through a short squeeze? If you guys own AMC stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know.